Hi everyone, it's Amy Skinner again, and we're going to work on 3 exercises to develop a more soft and giving hand. So one of the most common problems for riders is not actually in the hand when it comes to handling the lead rope and the reins, but actually all the way up through the arm into the shoulder and the elbow. So Lori and I are going to work on 3 drills to help you develop a nice giving arm. So I've got this lead rope looped over the fence, and we're just going to snug it up so there's a little bit of resistance. And what we're gonna work on is picking up and letting go of the lead rope without pulling. So what I'm gonna have Lori do is she's gonna get this lead rope in one hand, and we're gonna practice taking the other hand. We're gonna slide down and up and down and up. And Lori's actually gonna use her left hand to push and pull it through the right hand. What we don't wanna do is put tension in this line while we're doing that. So what this is simulating is when you're leading your horse and you're going to pick up and take the slack out of the rope, that we don't accidentally pull and push in those moments. So it's going to be a smooth slide. Okay, Lori, you ready to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, Lori, so you're going to go ahead and slide down and up. Okay, so what I want you to notice is all the tension in your shoulder and your elbow and your forearm when you go to pick it up. So it isn't actually the hands that are pulling in this case, it's through the shoulder and the elbow. So I want you to wiggle this out, and I want you to feel, sorry for pulling your hair, I want you to feel when you bring your hand up and down, each little knot in that rope. I want you to feel each one individually so you slide smoothly. And think about your arm being a rubber band. So you're gonna go out and back and weight your elbow back. And we're gonna go nice and slow. You're gonna go out, feel every knot, and back, and weight your elbow back to your side. And think about your scapula coming back together and stretching forward. So it's in the arm. Your arm extends the hand and brings the hand back. Perfect. When you feel more comfortable, you can speed it up a little. So slide down and back. Much better. Keep going down. Beautiful. And back. So your whole arm comes back to its resting place and extend. So you should feel a little stretch in your shoulder and a relaxation of your elbow. So your elbow's heavy, your forearm is relaxed, your fingers are all touching each other, nice and soft. You should feel kind of like a Tai Chi thing. That's beautiful. And then if you want to, turn the other way. We'll simulate leading your horse. So it'll kind of be, you're leading your horse, here's your horse. You can slide down and lengthen. What you don't want to do when you slide down is accidentally pull here. And when you lengthen, you especially don't want to pull because that's going to put a brace in your horse. So we want to go down and back. It's this arm that brings it to this arm, okay? So nice and loose. Remember that shoulder and that elbow, nice and smooth, like you're playing the guitar. Beautiful. The whole arm, from the shoulder blade to the fingertips, much better. Beautiful. Okay, so now Lori and I are going to walk through a second drill. And what we're going to practice is handing this lead rope back and forth to each other. And we're just going to stick with the same hand. And what I want to feel, Lori, is when we hand this to each other, that you have that bounce in your arm. So let me start. I'm going to hand it to you. So I'm going to just hold the weight of the rope. And what I want to not have is a locked arm. So I'm going to hold the weight of the rope. So it's the rope that's weighting the elbow down. So imagine this rope was really heavy and it weights my elbow down. When I pass it to Lori, I want Lori to receive it with just the weight of the rope, weight the elbow, and we're gonna pass it back and forth in kind of a rhythm. So I'm gonna take it, bounce, give it, take it, give it, take it, give it, take it, give it, take it. Now Lori, I want you to lock your elbow to kind of simulate what it would be like if your arm was locked. So that would feel like a pull to me. So right now, if Lori takes it, it feels like she's pulling me. And now when you give it to me, her hand is locked and I can't take it. So we really want to practice give it, take it, give it, take it. So there's a lot of buoyancy in the arm. Take it, give it, beautiful. Now let's switch arms. So you're going to go that arm to this arm. Give it, take it, give it, take it. You might feel from one arm to the other, it feels a little bit different. So one elbow might not be as elastic as the other. So each time that I take it, I weight down. Each time I give it, I extend. So I'm thinking about folding up all the joints in my arm. So the soft hand actually begins in the shoulder blade. Very nice. So we're going to go into the third drill. The third one is a lot of fun. I've got a balloon and I'm gonna move it with a whip. And what this is gonna do is help me learn to get elasticity in my elbow and my shoulder. So in order to move this on a straight line, I've got to be really relaxed through the wrist, the shoulder, and the elbow. Now watch what happens if I tighten. I lose control over the balloon. Okay? So Lori, you're gonna come and move this balloon, and it's really all about relaxation through your shoulder, your elbow, and your forearm while keeping your hand closed. There you go. Just play around with it. It's a little bit harder because you're outdoors, but just play around with moving it on a straight line. I know, you've got wind. It doesn't have to go perfectly straight. Just practice bumping it around. You're trying to make it straight, but it might not. Now go ahead and stop it and turn around and come back the other way. That might be a little easier. Woo! All right, so those are 3 things. Bye, balloon. Those are 3 things you can practice to develop a more giving arm. So when you're going to pick up your rein or your lead rope, you want to take without pulling and you want to give without locking. So a nice soft hand actually starts in the forearm, elbow, and shoulder, because you can have soft hands and a pulling elbow or shoulder. So we really want to develop the ability to be elastic in the arms so that you aren't rigid, you aren't locked, you aren't out of control, but that your arm can give and take like an elastic band very easily without any recoil. So those are simple things you can practice at home to develop better feel in your hands.